Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Andrew, and in this video we have 2018 model of Dell Inspiron 15. So this laptop was bought to me in a very bad shape. The whole case is broken in several places, especially the lid, I mean the upper case. The bezel is broken right to the left hinge and has a small damage around the camera. The top case is worse. The case is broken around the right hinge, and as well, one hinge is curved. Also, the bottom screws together with the bolts are missing, and the top case is cracked in the right upper corner. The situation to the palm rest in the bottom case isn't better from the top side. The palm rest is broken around the cooling fan, and as well from the inside, which you're gonna see that later. The very bottom case isn't cracked, but many screws together with the bolts are missing, especially around the hinges, which are very important. And to top of that, the keyboard is half working due to water damage. The battery is missing as well, and the whole laptop is full of scratches. But in general, the laptop is still alive. The motherboard is still working fine, together with the RAM and the disk. The trackpad is fine and the display has some scratches on it, but still fine. Well, now let's start with disassembling and a few words about this laptop. In this video, we're gonna make all repairs on a budget or for a very cheap. I want to show you that it's possible to repair something with just basic tools and stuff that is cheap and available for all. So nothing from professional tools or any pro equipment. And something about specs. This machine is coming with 6th generation of Intel i3 CPU. The GPU is 2GB AMD Radeon. The RAM is 16GB in total and the SSD is 240GB. So the specs are not bad at all. The disassembling is complete, and the situation here is a bit worse than what I hope and expect before. But let's move, and first I will start with cleaning all the electronics. And while cleaning, I always check any part, in case if I need to make some additional repairs or replace something. Also, to clean the electronics, I used a few soft brushes, cotton buds, 96% isopropyl alcohol and compressed air. And here, first I cleaned the motherboard. And as well, I checked the motherboard for some damages. Fortunately, here everything is just fine. After I clean the motherboard, I apply a fresh thermal paste to the CPU and the GPU. And later, I mount the heatsink. So we're done with the motherboard, and now let's move to cleaning the other parts and electronics. And how I can see, the other parts in electronics are fine. But now let's move to the display. To clean the display, I will use 96% isopropyl alcohol, but mixed with anti-static glass cleaner. I will use a brush and a few soft cleaning cloths. Also, cleaning these slim displays needs to be done more carefully compared to the others. If the liquid enters from the sides, may damage the display. And pressing here needs to be done more gently, because these displays are very sensitive, especially from the back side. And we are done with cleaning. The display looks better, but now let's move to the case. And this is the case. The bezel is a little bit broken, but not too much. This is easily fixable. The keyboard can't be fixed. We need to replace this. Well, the next one, the palm rest. The palm rest is broken, and here some plastics and some yellow bolts are missing. Okay, now the top case, and the top case is broken at the right side in the both corners. And the yellow, golden bolts, which are holding the hinges, are also gone. And to the bottom case, some plastics and bolts are missing. And this is the condition of the case. And to repair this case, I used a very few things. So, I used parts from another broken case. It's from a different model, but no problem at all. These parts will done a good job here. Also, I used all-purpose glue. And the other glue is 2-compound epoxy glue. And I used paper tape and little aluminum foil. And these are all ingredients, cheap and widely available. So first I start with repairing the bezel. And fortunately, the bezel is broken to a place where the repair is going to be easy. So here I just apply all-purpose glue. And this is going to be an out. After I finish with the bezel, I move to the top case. So here, first I add all the missing bolts. This is not a hard step. I add a little bit all-purpose glue. Then carefully, I place the bolt. And then I push the bolt with a screwdriver. And basically that's all. And as finish, around all bolts, I put all-purpose glue. Also, this is a pretty strong glue and it will done a great job here. Also here, I have to stick the case in the upper right corner. Until I wait for the glue to get dry, I took the palm rest. On the palm rest, we have the same problem. Some bolts are missing, some plastics, and the case is broken. After finish, I left the palm rest until the glue gets dry. But until that, I took the bottom case. To the bottom case, I have to stick a few plastics. Some are just plastics and the other are together with the bolts. And again, let's back to the top case. Here, I stick the part that belongs to the corner. After the all-purpose glue gets dry, I took paper tape and a little from aluminum foil. With these two, I made something like cast mold. Now I took the 2-compound epoxy glue and I mixed a small portion. And I add the glue to the broken parts. Here also I add another aluminum, because to keep the glue from the bolts. After I add the epoxy glue, I leave the case aside for more than 24 hours, until the glue gets completely dry. So the next day, the glue is dry, and we can continue with other steps. Now I start with removing the paper tape and aluminum foil. And later I use Dremel to give the right shape. So here we cast or mold the missing plastics. And after all repairs, the case is a bit dirty. And to clean it, I wash the entire case using soap and water. And after washing, the whole case is like a new clean. But we are not done yet. Now I took a paper tape and I start with taping. After I taped the case, I took a black matte spray and I paint the whole case, except for the bezel. I paint the case because to cover the scratches, to cover the repairs and make a fresh look. And as well, I return some of the stickers to the case. Meanwhile, I bought a keyboard. This is a used keyboard, but fully working and in a good shape. Anyway, I cross over a small cleaning process to remove some dust and dirt. And finally, the laptop is ready for assembling. And we're almost done. In the last moment, I found a battery for this model. This is also a used battery, but in a good condition. And as final, I have done one more shining up. And after all these changes, this is the final result. Well, let's take a closer look. After we've done all these changes, this machine has a fresh look. The case looks better. We have a working keyboard and the hinges are good. This machine is good for most basic daily tasks, like doing some job. It's good for study, listening to music, watching some videos or movies. It's great for web browsing and etc. But also this machine is good to play some games. I've tried to play Crysis 2, and on this laptop this game is running good. It's not the best, but it's okay. Anyway, in the gaming area we cannot expect a lot, because this is not a gaming laptop. This is an entry-level machine. The battery that I bought is good, so this laptop is more mobile and flexible. It's not a new battery, the capacity is about 80 to 90%, which is not bad at all. And this is all about this 2018 Dell Inspiron 15. And I'm very glad because I was able to repair this machine and put this machine in use again. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope this video will give ideas and inspiration to repair something and back in function some stuff. Also, if you like my work and my videos, you can press the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.